I'm probably one of the most distracted people I know. So how do I fix this? Well, first of all, welcome to my room. You can see that it's a lot darker right now too, and this helps with my focus. Here, let me shine a little light to the situation. There we go. Now I can see you better. So what do we do? Lights dimmed down, lights turned off. And over here, this is where my computer is. I got two screens, one over here and the other over there. So why do I have two screens? Well, one's for working and the other's for music. And sometimes, occasionally, I like to watch videos and TV on the second screen while working on the first. So when I do that, it kind of puts my mindset in autopilot. So it's like when there's noise on one side, it gives me like some fuel to that kind of stuff too, which is which is why I always like to play music almost every time I work, or even every time I play too. A little known secret is that sometimes I like to change the music whenever I'm playing video games. For the fun of it too. I used to be a DJ, so and that's why I kind of like to do to stay focused is with music. Let the music kind of guide what goes on. Guide me to what I need to do. And offhand, I'm not using music right now when doing this video, so this is a good challenge. Just like even the majority of these videos where there's no music involved, but maybe you could add some music for the fun too. That's what I like to do for fun. Just add music to just a lot of other things too. With the whole stories and all that kind of stuff too. It's like I listen to music and then I trying to figure out a good story that goes with the music sometimes too. I guess maybe that's why music videos are kind of fun in its own way too. Though I haven't really quite seen them as much. I kind of let the imagination take place. Anyway, stay focused. Stay focused, Tyler. Focus. You gotta stay focused. Yeah. See, I'm not exaggerating when it comes to that. When it comes to that. So now, what's another thing that we do when it comes to focus? Well, over here, I would have like a little bit of toys here and there lined up on this area. Why do I have toys in front of me? Well, that may sound kind of silly, but the reason why I do that is so I won't feel too alone and all that kind of thing too. It's kind of like those little creatures are cheering you on, and that's our way too. Ooh, look at that! I think my flashlight is kind of dimming down a little bit. Ooh, yeah, it is kind of dimming down. That's when you know you've been using it too much. So why do I have the flashlight? Well, nah. Well, sometimes it's actually more of a fidget that I like to use too. When I'm doing things with one hand. One hand being my mouse and that kind of thing too, where sometimes I just go on the side and do this with my left hand and kind of just shine it all around and that kind of thing too. And fidgets, that's another thing that stays focused too. And a lot of the people would probably agree with that kind of stuff too, is they would use some kind of fidgets to help them stay focused. And I will say that it works. Why does it work? Well, keeps the other hand busy while working on what you need to be doing on the other hand. And that's why I'm whenever I'm signed books and all that kind of stuff. Signed books to me is in its own way kind of like a really nice fidget there to use too. And I just get them all done, just sign away than any setbacks. So, when you look at it that way, then you can get a lot of work done too. Or even when you're doing video projects, you can see of it as a fidget. Fidget with your mouse and with your keyboard and all that kind of thing too, and get some stuff done in that sort of way too, and seeing it as a fidget, that kind of thing. So, so that's one thing that works. And finally, the one strategy that I would work on is something I'm actually wearing right now. A little known fact is one of my favorite things to wear happens to be hooded sweatshirts. And not only that I think that they are really stylish, but also because I get to do this. I get to go right here with the hood and place it over my head like this. All right. Now you see why this works is because it feels like you're enclosed with your surroundings. When it comes to the eyes, the ears, it's like your enclosed area like this, and all you have is just forward. You see how it works? You see how it kind of works there too. So that means no distractions, from the left and for the right, or even distractions from up above. And all you do is just focus on what's right in front of you, like this. So, so that's why to me, that's why I usually go with the hood sweatshirts too, because not only that they're comfortable and stylish, but because they help me with focusing on what needs to be accomplished. Here, let me do this a little bit. There we go. That way my eyes are still right forward. So sweatshirt or the focus shirt or the focus hoodie or something like that too. I'm just kind of making up as I go on, but that's what I would kind of do. And over here through this door is also one of my focus chambers. Focus as in as in a place to read. It needs a lot of focus to read, so I can just go into this little tiny enclosed space and start reading. Wherever it works and all that kind of stuff too. I'm really into information books and all that kind of stuff too, so that's why I like to just go into this little place and focus on reading those information stuff. In fact, the recent book I checked out the library is all about procrastination. That's right. Imagine being procrastinating so hard that you have to check out a book all about it. I know it sounds kind of sad, but actually it kind of works there too. Simple a simple tile. It says "Get it done," and that's what I was kind of doing. The one thing I would say that I've learned from that book is spend 15 minutes just doing the one thing that you do. Set a timer for yourself for 15 minutes, and just spend 15 minutes doing the thing that you need to be doing, and then when the 15 minutes are up, you can choose of stopping, or you can choose to keep on going. There are no right or wrong answers when it comes to that choice after those 15 minutes are up, but kind of set your minds at a good rhythm, that kind of thing too. So that generates much more focus in those little areas. So that's what I would say. Just give it a try. Just give it a good 15 minutes and all that, kind of things, and see how it works out for you. and and also with these areas which I'm the one thing I'm trying to work on is to keep a track going, all that kind of stuff, like what do I need to do, and what must be done, or and also the things that have already been completed, because it can give you some good motivation to help you keep focus. And also, the one more thing that I will also share is a little strategy, a little teeny strategy that's all about saving compliments to yourself. So when people give you a compliment saying nice shirt, or I really like what you did back there, or anything like that too, you can record them. And not to record like phones or little tape recorders and all that kind of stuff, but record them into your head, and then you also write them down, and then you post them wherever that's easy. Yeah, wherever that's easy for you. Just think about those compliments, and you can see those compliments every day, and they give you a really good motivation to keep on going and to stay focused on what needs to get done. So here is the challenge for you, is to think of the kindest, sweetest compliments and then record them, and let's see if they help you to be motivated by to keep you motivated to stay focused on what needs to get done. Once you do that, maybe you want to some more of these sweet compliments, more motivation, more focus, and that's what I generally believe. I do believe it will be done. So let's give it a try. Like I always say, I'm always a humongous advocate for the triers, and let's give it a shot. There are no limitations, only adjustments. And if you feel like you're stuck, don't hesitate to reach out, because that's all it really is. Even if we're losing our focus, we can just reach out and say, I'm quite stuck at the moment. I need some guidance, and because we can all use guidance, whether we have autism or otherwise. And I generally do believe that once we find that focus, we'll be heavily extra focus, and that's to me is much better than having no focus at all. Which is, being hyper focused, as I say, as a lot of people would say, is I generally think that it's a good thing. It's like a good problem to have. If you can call it that, not constant too. There will be times where you need to, take a break and take a day off from what you've been doing, all that kind of stuff. Like I can tell you how many times where I've been kind of, just going on and on about this anime project that basically went nowhere, and I was so hyper focused on that, and I kind of just forgot to stop and realize what I was doing, and then just go back and do some research and study more about filmmaking, all that kind of thing too. So it's okay to stop, and we can all work together on learning how to stop. It's a skill, and it generally generates these new strategies on how to stay focused. So as you can tell, it's getting dark already, and at the moment, I need to focus on getting dressed for bed, take a shower, possibly not in that order, and brush my teeth and do dinner, and focus on what needs to happen during this evening. So wish you all a good night, and as soon as this video ends, all I want you to do is to stay focused. Stay focused on what you need to get done right now. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Let's begin.